All right, well, once again, the Metropolitan Museum of Art was home to fashion's biggest night. Last night, entertainment and fashion collided on the red carpet for the 2023 Met Gala. The annual affair was in celebration of the exhibition Karl Lagerfeld, a line of beauty, and honored the legacy of the designer. Many looks of the night were inspired by the late style.
All right, here to break it all down about the moments at this year's gala is TV host and entertainment and lifestyle contributor Josh McBride. Josh, good to see you as always.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, the Super Bowl of fashion night, some would say.
Night, right?
Yeah,
I saw all your social media posts about it. You wore all your black today in honor.
Yeah.
So inspired by Karl Lagerfeld. Usually there's this theme, right?
Yes.
And Lagerfeld was big in the Fendi and Chanel's and everything else.
Yeah.
But you know, why Lagerfeld? What's the story behind this?
Yeah, but even the style also, just to go back on what you were saying, it was like the Fendi, the Chanel, even the Balmain on the early side of things. The pearls, right? Like you saw a lot of pearls last night. You saw Kim K doing the pearl thing, and we'll get into the looks. Lizzo do the pearl thing. I think just because there's difference there, and he made such a statement and a big one in the fashion world.
Yeah, and a lot of head-turning moments. Let's talk about Rihanna.
Oh my God! Well, a little late, right? I mean, I don't. Were you guys up at this point? Were you guys even awake at this point? She showed up, I think, 2 to 3 hours late. But if you take a look at this, this was awesome. This is actually a two-piece. This is Valentino, and what I loved about it is like later on, after she took this part off, some reporter had yelled, "How are you feeling?" And I think she said something along the lines of "expensive," which is really good. I mean, who wouldn't? Like, why are you so late? This happens every year.
I liked a lot of the reveals because the people show up in one thing, and they reveal other thing. Let's talk about this other moment, right? Which was I was scratching my head literally, like I didn't understand. I thought, like, all of a sudden Cats was on the air.
Yes.
Jared Leto.
Yes, this was. We didn't even know this was Jared Leto, but let me give you a little behind the scenes and understanding of why Cats. So Karl Lagerfeld has this, or I should say had, but the cat is still alive. This cat called Choupette, I believe, or Choupé. I don't know how you say it. Is it Choupé?
I think it's Choupé.
I'm not French. Is it French?
I think so.
I don't know.
Right,
it doesn't matter.
The cat, if you ever wanted to be a pet, this is the pet that you want to be. Flies private, has its own iPad, gets a 3-course dinner. So that was sort of the theme when it came to these. I was confused too. I had to look this up, and I was like,
his look afterwards was great.
It's not Choupette.
No, not
And Doja Cat.
Doja Cat also doing, but I also loved her because there was this minimal makeup sort of thing going on with her. It was minimal, but it was a statement.
But the nose
I
kind
think
of freaked me out a bit.
Yeah, I like, and the dress was Oscar de la Renta, but I love this because it was subtle.
Yes.
But at the same time, I always feel like I like a show, Dan. Like you just said, like this is a show moment, right? And this is where you remember the year that was it Katy Perry or Celine Dion that had wore the lights on her, where it was the whole. And I like when it's a show moment.
But she was making memories.
I mean, a show moment was Lil Nas X. Okay,
yes.
That's a show moment.
Yes, this was awesome too. This was, from what I'm told, this was 9 hours in Pat McGrath makeup. 9 hours sitting there. Can you imagine sitting down for 9 hours dealing with all the individual stones and gems that you put on? But here's the thing. I love that Lil Nas X makes this, whatever you want to say about him.
He knows what he's doing here.
Yes, and he makes it a show every time, and that's what this is. You're not going to Fashion Week. You're not going to Chili's. You're going to the Met Gala. Make it a moment, you know?
Yeah. I love how the camera strategically stays above the waist when he turns around.
Because there was a show.
Yes.
But that was phenomenal. I actually loved it.
Yes.
And actress-singer Janelle Monáe, I mean, she put on quite a show with her red
reveal.
carpet.
Again, I love this part because this was a reveal. We have some photos there. This was Tom Brown, and she showed up like this. She actually performed later on in a different outfit, I believe at a private party. And this was awesome because this whole thing came off, and then she was kind of doing this, when I say show, she had lifted that up after this whole thing came off. That thing came up a little bit. But again, she made it a show, and that's what's so important.
I just liked how there
it is. There's what I was talking about.
The two staff members that just had to circle her over and over again to get the jacket off, and I was like, there they go, around and round.
Yes.
Like, how many times did they practice this?
That was phenomenal.
Okay, so favorite looks of the night overall. Did you have some?
I would say probably Rihanna. You know, J-Lo for me can do no wrong.
Right.
J-Lo was simple. I love this look. Lizzo, I think this was a moment for Lizzo because Lizzo, we're used to this grandiose moment, and she really like classed it down. Usher, another big one. I love this. This was created by Bianca Sanders, his stylist, the designer of this. And what's so great, there was minimal detail with this. The gloves, the tie. He actually brought the designer as his date. Jessica Chastain, this was awesome too. Nobody knew it was Jessica Chastain because she took her, this was a new hairstyle for her. Of course, those same sunglasses that Karl Lagerfeld did use. Yeah, the photographers, I'm told, did not even know who this was when she showed up.
I know we don't have a picture of it, but I thought that one of the best dressed men was Jeremy Pope.
I would say so too. That's
Because you had that-
it's hard to pick.
I know.
Dan, it's hard. I do a lot of work. It's
really,
hard to
usually we're on the same
strategically.
page.
Yeah, we got to do.
We got to keep it down to 4
Did you
minutes.
see Jeremy Poe? He had that huge train.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cardi B, another one that we didn't include. Another great look of the night.
Right.
Yeah.
But there were a few misses. I saw Olivia Wilde had the same dress as somebody.
Yeah.
Which we don't have.
Was it Gigi Hadid? That was it
No,
a similar dress?
It was Olivia Wilde, and then I think it was like an Asian editor for Vogue or something.
There was a couple similar dresses
Yeah.
also. It's like, don't
I
you
would
guys,
be
don't
really
the
ticked off.
stylists
They
talk to
talk.
each other? Yeah, like you would think
come on.
that's.
But there
world is
were
small.
other misses.
Yeah,
Ariana
not
DeBose.
yes. Some would say she did the thing. I would say she did not do the thing this time. This was an Altuzara. Fine. I mean, like it was a little. I don't know how this was Karl Lagerfeld. She would know. Also, Rami Malek, like cool.
Star Trek.
Why?
I felt like he looked like he walked off the set of Star Trek.
Yeah, or this looks like if you look at it from far away, it just looks like you're wearing a Gap long T-shirt. Like it's
Yeah.
an Old Navy tee. Like I just, if you're gonna do the Met Gala, do it.
That's it.
You know, you make a statement and.
But I do love an Old Navy tee.
Yeah, well, I could see that.
And I don't believe we have the photo, but wasn't there an actress also that dressed as Karl Lagerfeld?
Oh yes.
Well, there
forgot her name.
Was it? Well, there was a few people.
There were a few
Jessica
people
Chastain did the Karl Lagerfeld look.
No, but it was actually dressing up as
Okay,
Karl Lagerfeld.
and then you had ASAP Rocky doing the kilt that we didn't show.
Yeah.
Also, that was like Karl Lagerfeld.
Really awesome
A
moments.
big night for fashion, but again. I think for future, it's about. I'm saying this as I'm in like my 10-year-old sweatpants last night on the couch eating popcorn, make it all messy, and I'm like, oh, this could have been better.
Yeah.
Now it's a moment, right? It's
Yeah.
the Super Bowl of fashion.
Right.
Make it something. You know that you. Paris Hilton was there for her first time. It was nice, but it was like make more of a statement. I think.
I wonder what they were the ones who were like Ariana and Rami. What were they thinking?
It's just a little, I think they want to make a moment, and then you get overshadowed by the Lil Nas X's, by the
Right.
Jared Letos, by the Doja Cats.
As you would say, they did not understand the assignment.
I thought the best dress of the night was the cockroach that ran.
Can you
by.
believe that? Did you see that?
Yeah, and the guy couldn't get it. The guy's.
I
going
heard
like
there was
this.
another one. I believe there was two. It's like,
Okay,
is
mercy.
anybody, and none of those fashion people really want to
No.
take on the cockroach that's on the carpet.
No.
You can understand
Gotta
that.
love New York City.
Josh,
Yeah.
so great having you on.
Good to be here.
That was
Good
fun.
to see you, Josh. Thank you.